Get ready for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We are your new computer operators. Steve and Eric, it is the Know Nothing Show. We are the kings of the RAM. We are the princes of whatever. Oh, no, what was that? The paupers and everything else that goes on. All right, so you there? What?
Is there?
How is this starting?
What's
again?
happening right now? Is this? Or did we? Is this how? This is the shit. This is how we started.
That ad, it continues to play. There's nothing wrong with that ad, though.
No, there's we could play that again as long as they fork out the dough for it. Absolutely, yeah. Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm doing oh my God! What
Listen
happened?
here. Can you turn off the smoke alarm? That'd be great.
Well, there's just because I am so freaking hot in the studio. The smoke alarm is always on.
Well, okay, all right.
That's what I'm saying. And I know you've been. Hey, do you like the? I don't know if you can see me on Facebook, everybody. It's a closer view of me. Let me show you.
Wow.
Is that better?
Wow.
It's like that.
Wow. That's. I don't know
I feel
if any.
good tonight.
I feel like. I think there's going to be. This is probably going to be one of our best shows. I'm going to say.
We keep saying that.
And every time we outdo ourselves. We need to nap more at the meetings, is what I'm saying.
We do, and I am right here with my Oktoberfest. Although FCC guidelines say that we are not to be drinking live on air. No beverages, illegal beverages. Not to suggest that Bud Light is one of our sponsors, and I'm not suggesting anything there.
I'm not suggesting we're doing anything on this show because I have no idea what goes on this show in particular, but cheers to you, buddy. Cheers to you. I'm glad that we get to hang out and do whatever.
I have some friends from Australia that are watching, so cheers, mate. So to you. Also.
First of all, congratulations on having friends. That's a huge deal. So that's
they're
good.
Facebook friends, so they're phony.
Oh, they're fake. Okay.
So.
Well, I have quite a few of those. Yeah.
Stop it.
Well aware
You're
of that.
Bastard. You tend to rub that in all the time.
Yeah, it puts the lotion on its skin.
Oh, so now we're going to go down Juergens?
Well,
going down the Juergens aisle?
Yeah, well, of course we will. Yeah, that's just going to happen. But for now, I just want to let you know, I don't know if you can see this goodness at all, but I'm showing you that this is, I made this.
And what is it? First of all, it looks like a Beverly Hillbillies pot. Oh, that's the spoon? Is that the spoon?
Yeah, it's
the huge
are you
ladle?
familiar with utensils that you use, that we live in civilization and this is how we eat?
It looks like one of those big, huge shovels.
It's called
like stirring spoons.
Have you seen my mouth? It's called a bowl, and there's a spoon, and I put this in my pie hole, and it comes out a different hole.
So you cooked tonight?
I cook a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so what is it?
Meth. I mean, it's stir fry.
Stir fry. Wait a second.
Yeah.
So tell me what's in there because everyone's gonna want to know.
Well, there's a big bag of goodness. Assorted vegetables for one. I'm not going to get into the details because it's different every time because that's how I roll.
Okay.
But then you put in some rice. That's basically last. You put it over the rice. So you've got some. Just don't give me that face. Listen, just let me talk. I was going
to say stir fry with rice. No, it's got to be the lo mein noodles, brother.
Drugs. Okay. Well, you make it how you want to make it, and I'll make it the right way. So we put some stir fry. Everything is all just kind of bundled up together, but there's some chicken in there. There's some brown sugar. There's some chunky peanut butter, if you will.
What?
Soy sauce. And a couple other minor things just to add taste to it. But yeah, it's delicious. I love it.
Now,
yeah.
Is it like the stir fry that my mom used to make when I was a kid, which was she'd call it stir fry surprise? So essentially, she was cleaning out the refrigerator.
No, that's not stir fry. Let's just throw everything in a pot and cook it. That's pretty much what that is.
I love my mom. My mom's birthday is next week, so I tried to teach her how to watch or listen to this show. Never do that for your parents.
No.
Just everybody.
No.
Never. Now, are you going to post that recipe on our page out there?
You know
I
what?
think that would be very good. I think you should put a picture up there too and say, Chef, because we had a chef on this show at one time, but Chef Eric
That's true.
cooks.
The problem with that is I don't have a camera device here anymore because I'm using one over here for Facebook, and I'm using one over here to record the show for both of us later so that people can actually watch the replay as both of us. So I'm going to have to, here's what's going to happen. Here, Facebook.
Right, so whoever, take a picture of your screen and post it. How about that?
I'm going to Facebook first so you guys can check that goodness out. And I'm going to come over to here, buddy. I'm going to come over here. You see this goodness? You see this? You see what's going on over here? You see this? Are you looking at this at all?
That looks pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Just asked if I cook. I love to cook. I am the king of fire. If there is fire, I can cook. And I'd put lo mein noodles in that, okay? Because there's something about my pan noodles. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know what? We do things different here in the South, apparently. So that's fine. You do what you want to do.
Well, I'm a northerner. You're from Iowa.
Okay. Not Idaho. Not even close to Idaho.
But
It's Iowa.
I have to admit, when I lived in Los Angeles all those years, I bled Thai food.
Thai food is actually really good.
Although
delicious.
I wasn't into really spicy stuff, but Thai food, oh my God, that was just so good. I have a little favorite place where I paid one of the doormen that I knew there only $5 for a full meal. He'd be like, "No, bro, just $5, bro. You hook me up with so and so." I'm like, take me like 2 seconds to hook you up with her.
Wait. I'm confused. You paid a door guy for food?
Yeah, because he got food. He could just go in back because they'd always like a parking guy.
Oh, like a valet.
I should have called him a valet, but I just call him a door guy and stuff. So
well, it's the same thing. I was just confused as why you were paying some door guy to get you food. But I get it now. I understand. I get it. It's all good.
You know, because it was before my shift when I had the bus tables.
Mm-hmm. Which we still do because we're in radio.
Yeah. But I do cook. I enjoy cooking. It's very like on the grill and stuff. I do like doing that. I admit it.
It's easy. It's easier than you think it is usually. I mean, there's elaborate meals, but this didn't take maybe 15 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, you just throw stuff in there, and I don't cook like my dad. I'm going to throw my dad under the bus here. It's not like my dad's barbecuing when I was a kid. So outside our family room, there was this big window. Okay, so outside was the grill. My dad worked 100 hours a week. So on Saturdays, he would cook on the grill because my mom would be like, "Frank, go cook on the grill, Frank." And he'd be like,
"Is that what she said? Is that how she said it?"
Pretty much.
Okay.
And I'm sure she's going to text me right now, swear words and all. So my dad would start to grill, and then he would sit in a lounge chair, and he would fall asleep, and you can hear him snoring through the window. And there was smoke everywhere. And he'd be like, Frank, the smoke, because her bedroom was upstairs.
Right.
And my dad was like, I must what? And,
Yeah.
So there's a lot of smoke when I was growing up. Just saying.
Did you try to make like signals or anything like that to the fellow neighbors? Anything like that? Or no? Okay.
Well, for Thanksgiving, that gets me to another story. Thanksgiving was it, what grade was I in? 5th grade. We had a 5th Thanksgiving show. And either you dressed up as an Indian or a pilgrim.
Right.
Sure, they made me the tallest freaking Indian for the singing stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a picture of me. I should probably find that. Well, I looked really cute. It was like this paper vest.
Yeah, what happened?
I didn't know that Indians wore paper vests at the time near fires. Just saying.
Yeah. Well,
paper mache or whatever, and it had some Indian headband or whatever.
You really have no idea what you were doing. You really don't, yeah.
Considering we were singing, I didn't actually sing a note. I was like,
I think there's a conspiracy because I didn't either, and I think they played a track of other kids that would actually sing. They mic'd those kids up so that for future years, they knew that like half the kids weren't going to sing. So they just played the track, and then it didn't matter. It just sounded the same, and no one cares.
And who knew that you were going to grow up to be someday a lead singer of a band?
William Shatner did, actually. He called that, we were in high school together, which was really weird, since he's like 20 years older than I am. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I think Parker Miner was there. He's on my little Facebook feed here too. He was there. He knows. He can back me up on this.
Talk about the singing then. When did you know that you could sing?
Well,
I mean, were you young? Were you in your 20s? Were you in your 40s?
I was born a poor black child. And
clearly, we've seen you dance.
You have seen me dance. Yeah. I guess when I was with my dad, I mean, I went pretty much everywhere growing up with my dad. Anywhere that we could go. If I wasn't in school, I was hanging out with my dad. And we would listen to, I was raised on country music. That's pretty much what we listened to. And then I found rock and roll, and then I decided that country music is stupid and I'm not going to listen to it anymore. But that's just my opinion. I respect country. It's all music. I love music. I'll promote country music, whatever. But I think it was when I was riding around with him, the songs got repetitive as music radio does.
Right.
And then I would understand that I guess I can kind of sing this. I didn't have any like really epiphany. I was just like, oh, cool, something else I can screw up. And so here we are. I'm in a rock band, and I'm just trying to screw things up, and I think it's going fairly well.
All right. So my usual questions when I'm talking to musicians, like, what do you remember growing up listening to them? If you don't remember when you started, like, hey, man, I actually sing, or maybe I should start to play an instrument of some sort. Mm-hmm. What do you remember listening to then?
Well, I would say for me, it was probably
the Bee Gees. You heard the Bee Gees, you're like, and one, and you're going Saturday Night Live. You're like, I want to sing just like Barry Gibb.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say, because that's what I was raised on, is the Bee Gees and not country music.
Country Bee Gees.
Bee Gees. I would say like more like some obviously Garth Brooks. He's been huge since I can remember. But you also have like George Strait, Clint Black, Reba McEntire. You know, all the older people from the 80s and 90s and things like that. The music now, country music now, I couldn't care less about. It's much like pop music. I just lump all that crap together.
Next week is the 50th anniversary of the CMAs. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
In case you want to tune in.
Apparently, it's a huge deal here in Nashville. Who knew?
I had no idea.
Who knew?
No idea. You know, all I know is Carrie Underwood or whatever can come over to my house.
Yeah.
Was it Carrie Underwood or Carrie?
Sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Let's go with
her?
that. Yep. Sure. She was there. I remember that.
So you remember listening to a lot of. So when was the moment when you said, "No, man, I'm digging this rock"? Like, did you?
I think it was
station, or what was it?
I think it was more like probably around, I would say maybe junior high-ish.
Is it like a rebellion to your parents, that kind of age?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, that was the time period, but I wasn't. I really liked it, so I started listening to more of this. Like in my household, it had to be Christian music.
Whoa.
Which is crap. And I don't mind saying that.
Jesus row the boat ashore.
No, it was a touch better than that, but it was still not quite rock and roll. Now, there's some metal bands out there that are consider themselves Christian metal bands that I love. I completely love. But no, this was a lot more tame. As far as metal bands, Demon Hunter is one of my favorite metal bands right now, and has been for quite some time. I love those guys.
Cool.
But no, I mean, I think that the turning point for me was when I started to realize that I'm not country. Not country. I'm more rock and roll. My attitude is more fuck you than it is yeehaw. So I decided to go the other route. It spoke to me more, especially like the hard rock. I got into the hard rock first, and then I went into metal, and metal has been my heart since I can remember, and I love it. I love it.
All right, so now I'm going to ask you another question. Here we are interviewing Eric Black of the Christian band Mortal Rising.
The Christian band, nice. Thank you.
Now, do you remember?
Douchebag.
Do you remember the first song that you wrote?
I do. Yeah, it was for a girlfriend at the time, and
do you remember any of it?
Nope. Nope. Sure don't.
Not one lyric. You don't remember one piece of it.
Sure don't. But then again, I haven't picked up a guitar in probably 8 months.
Well, you can't play guitar anyway. I've seen you play.
Yeah, but I don't have to. I'm pretty. I just sit there and strum something. It's not even plugged in. That's the beauty of it. I don't even have to play it. It just looks like I'm playing it. Right. But no, I've written. That's the thing, and this other thing too. I was thinking of a couple days ago actually that I have not played guitar in so long that I can't remember what songs I actually know. I can't remember. I picked it up the other night. I had like 5 minutes. So I picked up the guitar. It's simply hanging there on what I like to call a Wallax because that's what it's called. It's a guitar hanger. It's brilliant. Look it up, wallax.com. No plug there at all. But it was hanging there, so I was like, I'm gonna take this and play it. And I was actually playing it for my daughter. She was taking a bath, and that's an awkward start to that. And she was screaming
immensely while you were playing.
Yeah, right? She actually found sharp objects to throw in my general. Now she's almost a year old, so luckily she can't really throw things at me, but she threw them in my general. She even tried to throw her mother in my general direction, and I was like, I'm pretty good at sideswiping things and whatnot. But yeah, I figured that I should probably start playing that a little bit more because it's one of my favorite things to do.
Now, did you take the stage the first time as a band or by yourself?
Band, yeah. Well, technically, no. It was by myself.
Well, either it was or it wasn't. Or were you a one-guy band?
Am I answering the questions or are you answering the questions? Because I'm a little confused right now.
This isn't 4 different answers.
This is like segment 2 early.
That's the problem with
completely early.
I ask, you get on my nerves, and then we go back and forth, and then we just settle on alcohol.
How can you go wrong? How can you go wrong?
So either were you a band or were you not a band? You said yes and no.
I was in a band, but I was not when I went on the first stage, the first real stage that I went on, had nothing to do with music. But it was in front of about 3,000 people.
What?
It was an event. And I was speaking at the event. I was somebody that would come up in between whatever, in between the speakers or the band or whatever. I would come up and do like commercials and stuff. Well, that was my first experience, and from then on, I was like, I got to do this. And then we started doing the band stuff. Got it.
I was thinking you went up there with 3,000 people and sang a song, some Christian hallelujah music.
Now, nothing against that. There are some people that enjoy that. That is not me. I do not enjoy that at all. I can't do it. But nothing against that. You do what you want to do. Okay. I'm not here to say you can't do that because there's a need for that. But
see, the first buzz that I got, I was an altar boy.
I bet you were.
And so with that, we had a huge congregation, like a couple of thousand people were in this place. I mean, it was packed all the time. Mm-hmm. And I was up on stage and stuff, helping Padre and all that. I was like going, this is pretty damn cool. Everybody can see me, spotlights on me. I can see if I can annoy the priest as best as I can to see if I can get him to squawk on the microphone at me. Mm-hmm. After that, I said, I was born for this.
Yeah.
I was born completely.
Right.
And then, with the microphones nearby, it was a very big thing to sing really off key. So the nuns or whoever would be like, oh my God, could we just turn that kid down? Okay. He's louder than the rest.
Oh my goodness. So you got in trouble a lot when you were a child.
But they were like, but he's so smart and he's so sweet. I'm like, oh, I am. I know I am. Look at my mom. So my mom is so sweet.
They didn't actually know you. They were just going off of assumptions.
Yeah, they were going, we love your mom. You, young man, are going to be a handful.
Right.
And I'd be like, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Padre.
May I have another?
Please do not count those unblessed bottles of wine tonight, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 15 missing. Yeah.
Wasn't me.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
There's no DNA on there because that wasn't invented yet.
Mm-mm. Wasn't invented. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Benz, why are you always wearing gloves back here?
I'm trying to do a trend.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, I loved it. The first time I was in front of crowds and all that, speaking, I used to tell a lot of jokes.
Really? What happened? Did you just stop being funny?
They'd be like, no, you are a joke.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, you are the joke. You are the punchline. Yeah.
I think that's how I ended up in radios because I was always telling stories of some sort. So.
You want to know how I ended up in radio? No idea. I have no clue how I ended up in. I have no idea
Showed up one
how
day.
I ended up in radio. No idea.
Like, going, hey, you know what? We need someone with that's got that deep, raspy voice that you have. You sound like the guy from Creed.
We're doing this again, huh? We're just gonna kick the dead horse. That's how we're gonna.
Because Creed.
Because we need content. We need show content.
Right. You can tell when we haven't been in the meetings that we're going back to old shows. So, all right, so we got to go up to a break. Why don't you throw our social media out, and then we'll get to break.
All right, come follow us. Do that. Know Nothing Show, pretty much everything. Twitter, Facebook. You got the YouTube situation as well. You can actually see or hear previous shows on our YouTube page. Just go to YouTube and search Know Nothing Show, and our lovely faces will pop up there as well. You can send us an email to knownothingboys@gmail.com, and we will be glad to respond to you in a timely fashion and maybe even polite. I don't know. Depends on the day. It really does. It really does. I don't know. We'll see.
And with that idea, we're off to a break. It is the Know Nothing Show. Steve, Eric, 2 mics, 2 dudes, half a brain. Hey, we were on time this time. It is Steve and Eric on the Know Nothing Show. I'm here in Chicago. Eric is out in Nashville.
So let me ask you a question about Nashville.
Okay.
So there's a thing here.
Nashville?
NashVegas.
Right.
Now, this is the reason why Nashville has this name is simply because of the large amount of bachelor and bachelorette parties that are here. It actually rivals Vegas.
Okay.
Now, you've been here. You've been on the town. You have seen what's happening. You've experienced said things.
Uh-huh.
And you also have been to this lovely city called Las Vegas.
Oh, Sin City, indeed.
What are your thoughts?
Nash Vegas, that's a sham.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Because
so dumb.
They ain't nothing like Vegas.
No.
Okay?
No.
Vegas is kind of like how New York City used to be when New York City was fun.
Oh.
New York City is no longer fun.
What happened?
Okay.
What happened?
Times Square was back in the day when you could get killed.
Oh.
Now it's like little suburbia in Times Square, and that is boring.
So you want the threat of death in order to have a good time.
Right. Like if you came to Chicago, we'd have to go to the seedy side of town.
Uh-huh.
What it's really like. Not like going to Wrigleyville where the Cubs are. I mean, come on, that is such a sham. It's nothing. That's not how Chicago really is. That's not how Los Angeles. Like if you were in Los Angeles, if you just hung out in like Santa Monica or Hollywood,
right?
Were you there before they made the big change in Hollywood? Were you there before or after?
I don't know. What year was that?
They had the big changes started in the late 90s, early 2000.
Nope. I was after that then.
All right. So you didn't see the fun part of Hollywood, kind of like the whiskey. If you were at the whiskey in the 80s and early 90s, the whiskey is nothing like that now. Okay.
Huh.
Where you can get like foo-foo drinks like you like. You know, you're like, I'd really like this. I'd really like this Carmeletta martini. It's like, what? That's what you were ordering when you were in Nash Vegas. Okay?
Just for the record, if I'm not drinking something that's flammable, I generally don't drink it. Generally. Just so we're clear. Just throwing that out there.
Who came up with Nash Vegas? People from Nashville?
I'm assuming so. People that have that's what I'm trying to figure out, because it took me a couple years to figure out that Nash Vegas was a thing. And apparently, and I think, this is my theory, that it's only here in Nashville. Nowhere else does anybody, they have to come here to hear Nash Vegas, because nowhere else, and I'll give them that there is a lot. There's a ridiculously large amount of bachelor parties coming here. I get that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you cannot call this Nash Vegas. You cannot say that this is anything even remotely close. There's like 4 light bulbs in downtown Nashville that resemble Las Vegas. 4 light bulbs.
I didn't see any like big casinos in Nashville.
There are big casinos. It's just one huge machine. That's pretty much what it is in the middle of the bar.
Like, you got a quarter?
Yeah.
You got a quarter? Let's put it all together.
It's very weird.
Versus Vegas, if you go where the strip is, you got the Paris, you got the Bellagio, you got all this. You have porn stars walking all over the place. You got guys like me walking around. Which is so different.
Which I'm not sure which one I'd rather not have, are the porn stars or you, because it's a toss up right there. It's not. I don't know.
Yeah, what day of the week it is? It's Tuesday. No, Steve.
Nope.
No two for Tuesday. Although on the Vegas Strip, you can get, which I thought was the oddest thing, because I was in Vegas. What was it? A year ago, February. And the one restaurant that was packed, you would think you'd go into the casinos to get the buffets, right? You pay $15 for buffets because you're staying up all night.
Right.
The IHOP, they had an IHOP on the strip. The place was packed.
Of course.
Packed with people. And I thought, this is a crappy meal for $8. Pay four more and go into the damn casino that you have a hotel room with. And if you have any winning, and anybody, you go to gamble at Vegas, you win at any time, they're going to comp your room.
Yep.
Why? Okay. Because they want you to spend the rest of your effing money with them.
Right. And that's
People
the time.
haven't figured that out. They're like, oh my God, I just got comped for my room. I'm like, it's a room you're not going to be in. And the $500 that you just saved, you're about to put that in a slot machine.
Yeah. So there's that. So good job. Good job on that. But no,
Nash Vegas, I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Yes. Were the women beautiful in Vegas? Yes. Were they beautiful in Nashville? Yes. But I don't see, you can't put those two together. It's kind of like, there was a song, what was the guy's name? I don't remember the guy's name. He was in the 90s. He sang about Nashville or LA being like Nashville, but with a tan.
Oh, that's 90s-ish.
Yeah, great freaking song. He was talking about.
It is a good song.
I'm drawing a blank, but I know exactly the neighborhoods that he was talking about and the streets that he was walking on and the actual place that he was talking about. And I thought that was kind of funny. And now that you've been in both Nashville and LA, are they similar in terms of the music industry?
No. LA and Nashville are completely opposite of each other. Well, the thing they have in common is simply music, but
okay.
The LA scene and the Nashville scene are two completely different scenes. Now, I am seeing a lot of LA people, producers, artists, all the music industry people migrating here.
Right.
But as far as like the genres go, I have not seen anything to really. I mean, there are rock bands here. There's rock bands there. But when I was in LA, I lived there for about 2.5 years. It was all like this pop dance type.
Yeah.
What it's been for quite some time. It just keeps expanding into something else, but it's the same thing. That's really, I mean, everywhere I went, that was really what I saw. They were really promoting this pop dance. I mean, it takes a 4-year-old to produce. Literally, there's no thought process in this situation at all. There's no real instrumentation. It's all digital, which is fine if you want to do that. That's totally cool. But I couldn't.
Yeah, I haven't figured out the correlation between the two for either instance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Vegas and Nashville, no. LA, Nashville, no. So I would think, I mean, there's a reason why Green Day, which we talked about before, is a boulevard of broken dreams.
Yep.
Everybody wants to be a celebrity. Just like us. We want to be in LA just to be celebrities.
We are actually. They actually have told us that we cannot come back without notice. I'm assuming because that we are celebrities. Not for any other reason.
And I don't think there's a problem with you and I hosting our show at the corner of Hollywood and Vine.
I think that would probably be something that needs to happen sooner than later.
Everybody's looking at it right now. They're doing like Google Earth, Hollywood and Vine. Believe me.
Yeah.
Look at it what it is now and look at 10 years ago. It's a completely different place.
Well, and Sunset Boulevard in itself is complete. Now there's still some landmarks over there.
Yeah.
You should go if you have a chance. Go Sunset Boulevard, but it's not the same. It's much like Vegas when with Sinatra and all that stuff when Sinatra was big and all those the Rat Pack and all that stuff. It's not Vegas now. It's more of a tourist trap. all of these major cities, all of the places that you grew up hearing about. And my dream when I was growing up was to live in L.A. And finally did, and it was great. But it is nothing like what you think it is. If you've never, especially coming from the Midwest, going to LA. Now we did that via Nashville, but it was not what I expected. And not in a good or bad way. It's just, it was different, and it was something that I would probably do differently the next time.
Yeah. It's what I'm going to do when I go back.
Yeah.
I already know I'm full of crap.
Well,
okay?
That's true. Yeah.
I fit right in. Now, the biggest thing that I remember in Los Angeles now was Tower Records was closing. Okay, it'd been there for like 40 years.
Right.
They reopened it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of went, and I was there when they reopened it, and I went, this is like phony Tower Records.
Right.
This is not the Tower Records that I remember.
It's gimmick.
And one of our guests that has agreed to come on is Richard Grieco. Do you know who Richard Grieco is?
I've heard of this young fellow, yes.
He was in the show 21 Jump Street.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Played the guy Booker.
Kind of a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in the big heyday of 21 Jump Street, I actually ran into him in the parking lot of Tower Records. Okay.
Like literally,
he thought
or
he knew me, and I knew who he was.
Right.
But I played it off like, bro, what's up?
Right.
What's up?
Right.
You know, kind of like we were in acting class.
Smooth Steve.
Always.
Yeah.
So he's been on my other show, so he's agreed to come back. And now he's an artist and all this other stuff. And I keep telling him about going back on the 22 and 23, 24 Jump Street, going back as Booker.
Ooh.
Like, dude, you need to go back as Booker, not as, badass Booker, but as nerdy Booker. You've grown up and now you're a professor. And he's like, that is so effed up. I've got to get that done.
Right.
So, Booker, if you're listening, I need some cred for that.
Yeah, get on that because
then we can both get cast in it.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
And I need
cast in a movie.
All I need is an IMDb account. That's all I need, and then my life will be complete. And I can't get that until I get on the big
Explain what
screen.
that is. No one's gonna know what that is except for guys like you and me.
International Movie Database. This has every single movie, pretty much ever. I think, as far as my research has gone. Out there, it has the actors, actresses, everything that's everything to do with the movie industry is on IMDb. You can add a .com to that and go check it out. I happen to have certain credentials that get me a little bit farther within the website, and it's kind of scary that they've allowed me to do such things.
Wow.
Because now I can contact certain people that I probably shouldn't be contacting. But I do it anyway, much like what you're doing. Hey, man, it has been a while, and I've never, ever talked to this person ever in my entire life. And they're like, oh, yeah, like forever.
It only works in L.A. It only works in L.A.
It does.
To do that.
It does. It does. But, yeah, I think everything is – oh, you know what I just found? So I'm multitasking here, by the way. I am listening to your – whatever the hell it is you're talking about, and I'm also doing other stuff that I care about.
That's the porn editing that we were talking about, right? You need to get that done.
I have to. It's pressing. I found some lyrics.
Our directorial debut.
I found some. Okay. I found some lyrics. I think I need to share them with our fine folks.
Okay.
The 14 people that are listening. Hi, Mom.
Okay.
This is the one that I wrote quite some time ago, and I haven't sang it in quite a while, and I'm not going to sing it. I'll just read you the lyrics. But the first verse, in the tone of G. And then an H as well inside there. I actually have no idea what the melody is.
That's good.
So the first verse goes, I can't hide it anymore, the way I feel about this girl. She's everything dreams are made of. Light that dances in her eyes. All the pain I have subsides when I think about this girl. Okay, there's verse 1.
Well, first of all, you're reading it too fast.
I'm not reading it too fast. You should hear the person I was singing it to.
I'm saying, as a radio producer, you're reading just a beat too fast.
So is this a voiceover, or am I actually reading lyrics like I was supposed to be reading lyrics?
No, man,
I'm confused at what's happening right now.
This is like a voiceover. You're a beat. We have listeners and viewers. Just a beat slower.
Really? We actually do? The numbers show that?
Cross the T. And, let's get the G to ing.
So what you're saying is I have to start this whole process all over again.
No, go to the next one. I'm just saying, just give us a beat.
Give you a beat?
Just give me a beat.
I don't have.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I was a poor black child.
You're white. See, we couldn't work in the studio if we had to do voiceovers because we'd argue the entire time.
That would be our voiceover, is us arguing, and then we just shove it on to the client, and then they'd have to deal with it.
You go, Justin Timberlake, could you like put a beat to that? Thank you.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Next lyric.
So
Next
the
lyric.
chorus
The first one was pretty good.
The chorus goes like this. The way you look tonight, you take my breath away, you make me feel alive. I'd give up everything just to touch you, to hold you in my arms, to be with you. Was that slow enough for you, or do I want to
move my glasses because I'm getting misty?
You should be. I don't know who Misty is, but she might want to be notified that you're...
For me. That was a great Clint Eastwood movie. That was good.
Wow.
So this is something that you wrote, or you just found?
No, this is something that I Googled, or I wrote a long time ago. Back in my good writing days when I actually could write. So now I'm
for a young lady.
It is, and it actually has a name, and I'm withdrawing that name for this particular situation.
Matilda.
It's close to that. It has a Z in it for sure. Now I'm no Dr. Dre, so just kind of bear with me on the second verse, or Eminem, if you will, or even 50 Cent. So just kind of bear with me. So verse 2, the night we spent together, we talked about forever.
Wow.
While the crashing tide came in, held your body close to mine. Oh, it never felt so right to be right next to you. That's verse 2.
Wow.
Yeah. And now the last part of this is the bridge. And I don't know if we need to take a minute here, take a minute of silence or anything. Are you okay? You guys on Facebook?
Good.
You guys good?
I've pulled up my pants right now.
Oh, well, we can't. That's not.
Sorry.
We can't do it now. This is a no. It's fine. Whatever. So this is the bridge. This is the bridge, right. Everybody. The build up. Take my hand. Let's walk through time. My heart is yours. I won't deny. I clearly see the fire we made still burns today. That's it.
Okay.
That's it right there. And then you go back into the chorus. The way you look tonight, you took my breath away. You make me feel alive. I'd give up everything just to touch you, to hold you in my arms. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Can I give any commentary to this?
Nope. It doesn't matter.
That is very country.
You can.
Okay.
It wasn't.
It's got a very country lyric to it. That's a good thing.
It wasn't sang country.
But I'm just saying.
Or sunged.
Right there, I could see you in a video. Probably a cardigan sweater.
Right.
even that look, just like, what?
So you're imagining me in a cardigan sweater.
Yeah.
Right now. This is what's happening right now.
Now, if you put on glasses like Weezer, remember the Weezer videos?
Yes.
That's how I can see you in it.
Uh-huh.
The opposite of what you would think, because that was a very soft set of lyrics.
Uh-huh.
It was very good. Now, do you still hear the music in your head that would go with that? Something very hard or something acoustic?
Nope, it was acoustic. Yep. It was one of the very first acoustic songs I had written ever.
Again, because you can't play. So that made it even more interesting.
Well, I can play. I just have to have a backing track behind me when I strum. That way I can then I can play.
Maybe a Casio?
And it's yes, absolutely. Now I'm going to tell you this. I have another song that I wrote with a friend. I co-wrote it with a friend in LA.
Okay.
And it's a little bit. It's probably more for the after show or for the night show, for the dark show. But it's not the same as what you just. I don't know if you're ready. Are you ready for this? Because I don't know. I don't want to.
We'll have to do that after the break.
I think we should.
Take a break?
I think we should. Yeah, I think we should. People are going to need a break.
You can take a moment.
Yeah. Get your thoughts right. Yeah. Get relax, hang out, get another drink, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do. Let's do it.
Because when we come back, you're going to be weeping.
It's going to be great.
It is the Know Nothing Show. Steve, Eric, we'll be right back. We are back in Better Than Ever. It is the Know Nothing Show. Steve Benz, Eric Black. 2 dudes, 2 mics, half a brain. I teased all of you, and I said we were going to talk about mashed potatoes and gravy. That didn't happen. Cough syrup. Nope, that didn't happen. We're talking about lovely rare lyrics that Eric had actually written. And okay, I did use the word lovely. I'm sorry.
Just so we're clear, though, you did just now talk about mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah,
so
it was my. Yeah, so I did get it.
Check that off. Check so you don't get yelled at on Monday.
Done. I did hashtag it, and I did say it at minute 46.
Yeah, so they can suck it. They don't like that. They can suck it.
Now, I'm looking forward to that. So some of my viewers on my Facebook were talking about they did like your lyrics.
Well, that's weird.
They one, I won't say her name, was like thrown by that. She didn't know that you were that sensitive.
I used to be before I started drinking.
I'm just saying.
And rock and roll.
All right, so you have a second song that you wrote when compared to the last one.
I wrote this one about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
Ish. Something around that mark. Now this one, the title of this one is called Sex Machine. And I know we're all familiar with a title like that before. This one is kind of you can already understand what it entails.
I hear the song, I'm a sex machine. Hey.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep, that's pretty much the idea. For a different singer, however.
Okay.
So the first chorus goes much like this. What's come over me? I want you next to me. Feel your body move, making things happen to me. Let me take you home tonight. My hands will lead the way. All over you. You're a sex machine, baby. Verse 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right to the point.
Yeah. Don't get up yet. Don't get up. There's still more. There's still more. That's the chorus. We haven't even gotten into anything yet, all right? Just
what was a lyric? Don't get up?
Just hang out. Don't do anything yet. Verse 1. Verse 1. You ready?
Throw it on me.
That might
maybe
happen.
Not. That was just
that
inappropriate.
Might be a little messy. Verse 1. It's Friday night. Me and my boys are looking fine. Gonna light up this town. We're gonna make some noise. The club is hot tonight. These girls are looking fine. I see one I want. I'm gonna make her mine. Verse 1. That's verse 1. Huh? Yeah. Anyway. So we're gonna jump into verse 2, and it goes a little bit like this. She's standing over there. I can't help but want to stare. I've never seen a girl looking quite the way you do. Your body is next to mine. I like the way you move. That dress, those eyes, I want to do bad things to you. Verse 2. Right?
Whoa.
Right? Little racy, little out there. Yeah, little backdoor, if you will. Yeah.
Whoa.
And last but not least, as per usual, the bridge. The sky's the limit, baby. Let the rhythm make us groove. Get this rocket fired up. Let me take it to the moon. Then it goes back into the chorus, which I will gladly recount for you. What's come over me? I want you next to me. Feel your body move, making things happen to me. Let me take you home tonight. My hands lead the way. All over you. You're a sex machine, baby. You're welcome. You're welcome. I know, speechless. I know. I do what I can.
Now, I'm going to give you a compliment on that one.
Really?
And I'm going to tell you what band you should send that song to.
Uh-huh.
Kiss.
Kiss, because that's the first band that comes to your mind when you hear that song is Kiss.
Yes. I thought to myself, Paul Stanley singing that in his jumpsuit, standing next to her. It doesn't matter that he's 70.
No, it does not.
So I thought that was kind of like a Kiss type song, and that's a compliment. I mean that as a compliment, and not as a swipe at you.
Well, I will take what I can get, I suppose.
Now, is that like a hard rocker, like that? Like you got like a backbeat in your head for that?
There's an actual song. There's an actual melody. We wrote an entire song and we never finished it.
Or was it more like a backstreet where you're like, do I,
Well, we weren't in the 50s.
We're Snapchatting again. Snapchat.
Wow. So we
I've
like to
tried that.
relive. We like to rehash old segments on the show. It's kind of what the show's about.
Chapping.
Chapping. Well, that's a whole different. That's a whole different thing right there.
That's our new
Snapchapping.
app, Snapchat.
That is definitely the after hours show right there. Wow.
All the things that we come up with.
Wow.
But
No, we actually have music to that. We never got it finished, and
you need to drop it then on the show.
like it's hot.
Yeah.
I might have to
And
do
we'll
that.
use it as a our bridge, our break bridge.
Our break bridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we don't have to say anything. We'll just play your music. I'll be like, come on.
That would be.
Now, what do the ladies think that are out there? What did you think of those lyrics, ladies? Because let's face it, it's the ladies that are going to buy those tracks. Some dude is not going to, unless you're doing it with like a Metallica backbeat.
Well, it's more like a pop song.
Yeah, it's more pop than what you're doing with Mortal Rising.
Yeah, it's definitely more pop. Yeah.
So when you get hired at an event where you don't know who the other bands are, which seems to happen often with you,
Apparently.
that's the song to have.
That's it right there. That's it. We'll
Right?
just
You pull it right out of the pocket.
put the backing track behind us and just Vanilla Ice the whole entire song. It'll be great.
Put a little glitter on yourself.
Which is really not any different than any other weekend. So
Glitter in your beard. That's very NashVegas, though.
glitter beard, which I'm growing it out now. I had little things here, but I'm actually growing the full beard out because
I can't grow any of that. So
I noticed. Yeah, I can give you some of mine. I have apparently in abundance.
I only get it through, my chin and a mustache and stuff. And every time I grow it, all of a sudden they think I look like Lou Diamond Phillips or something.
Oh, that's not a horrible thing.
So I actually got asked that pretty often in L.A. if I was Lou Diamond Phillips.
And of course, you said yes because of the free buffet.
Whatever it was, I'd sign whatever name they wanted. Didn't matter to me. Of course, I was Tanner, long hair.
Sure.
It was during the Young Guns days.
The Young Guns.
The movies where he had. So I could have been cast in that movie very easily, but I was busy.
But you were, because you have.
I had to learn how to ride a horse.
You had things to do.
Do you know how to ride a horse?
I do know how to ride a horse.
Yeah, so I didn't know how to ride a horse, and I needed to be trained for that, and that's one of the reasons why I ended up going, it's going to take me too long, and I'm not paying for it.
Right. Because that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to pay for that.
Yeah.
That's on you.
So.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but, I could say, hey, I can sing, though. Like, get the F out.
Get out of here.
Home on the range.
Get out of here.
Where the Eric Black Buffalo roam.
Is that a fat joke? What's happening? It's always at the end of the show where just everything just kind of. It's either the very beginning of the show, or it's at the end of the show where everything just falls apart.
Yeah, well, that's maybe we need to have more breaks or something.
Yeah, let's have 13 breaks so that we have to talk less. We'll still get paid the same amount of money, and just do
just 6 minutes of content.
Yeah, it'll be 75% less work.
Like most of the network shows right now.
Pretty much. Yeah, we're calling you out. That's right.
I don't know what I was watching, and it must have been 6 minutes of ads. Like the radio stations here in Chicago, if they don't do the music at the top of the hour, it's literally 8 minutes of commercials.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I've already changed through every station I've come back because they're all playing commercials at the same time.
I have not actually listened to the radio since July 4th, 2014, because that's the last time I worked at a radio station. I have actually not listened to any type of radio unless it was already playing. I didn't purposely turn it on. I have not listened to any type of radio because it just sucks.
Now, as you know, I just bought a new car. So in that came free satellite radio.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Now, I hate to break it to everybody. Most of those shows are recorded.
Right.
They're just doing, imaging. They're just doing a couple of minutes, and they don't know what song it is, or they're told what song it's going to be. There's very few that are actually live.
Right.
Now, with that, There are some problems with it. Yeah, they play some songs that you haven't heard in a while. Okay, I give you all that. Okay. But clearly, some of these hosts are having to write their own stuff. It is not ad-lib like this show is.
Yeah, this is 100%.
There was no training here.
Nope.
There's nothing.
I mean,
but theirs is well scripted.
Which I think is not great radio.
Like, we could do, maybe next week, we'll script a few minutes together.
That would require us to actually be coherent during a meeting.
Right. So what we'll do is we'll each read like an article, and we'll just, like you did your lyrics, you did a very good job.
Well, thank you very much. I have been practicing all week because I had an inkling that you were going to say you should read some lyrics on air today.
And we could, and tell you what I'll do. Next week, in return for that, I will read some lyrics from famous bands.
So lyrics that you did not create.
Correct.
Okay.
And
all right.
So we'll be able to compare it, your lyrics, versus some of the really great lyrics that are out there. If you read them versus you hearing them in a song, you would go, that sucks.
Right.
And then you find out it's like one of the greatest Rolling Stones song ever.
Right. Yeah. It had like 15. It was in top one for 15 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go there. That is just awful. And you go, it's from your favorite band, Duran Duran.
Duran. See, I'm more of like a William Hung kind of guy, but yeah, whatever. Duran Duran is fine.
You know, he was on my show. I just haven't aired it because I have to edit it a little bit. William was a great guy, but a very, very difficult interviewer. Interviewee.
I can see that. Yeah.
Because he didn't want to tell me anything. Because I think he was very guarded. Thinking that I was making fun of him, and I wasn't.
Would be.
And I was just like, loosen up a little bit, have a drink, relax.
Right.
I'm not Simon. I don't care.
Simon.
We got like a minute left, so why don't you give us the social media stuff again before we forget?
All right, kids, pay attention. Here's the good stuff. Here's the juicy stuff. So our social media is all Know Nothing Show. It's on Facebook. You can go to Twitter. You can go to YouTube as well. And there's no actual link yet to YouTube, but you can just go to YouTube and get in their little search situation and put in Know Nothing Show. You'll be good to go. Send us an email. You can do that at knownothingboys@gmail.com. And we'll receive that and possibly even reply to you, depending on the type of language that you put inside said email. Sometimes we'll read it on the air, sometimes we won't. I don't know yet. We still have yet to read one on the air. We need to figure that crap out.
And we will. Yeah. Eventually we will.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
All right, we got to skedaddle, as they say, as we move forward into November. Can you believe that?
Woo.
I'm here in Chicago. Eric's over in Nashville. It is the Know Nothing Show. Tell your friends. Spread the love. We will see you guys next weekend.